Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and yes, you guessed it, it's Wednesday, which means it's New Comic Book Day, which means I have a nice healthy stack this week. 10 books picked up. There wasn't actually a great deal on my pull list, so of course the allure of Secret Wars Battle World enticed me back in again, and I picked up some more issue 1s and an issue 2 of a series that's part of this whole Secret Wars event that I liked and I want to continue with. And surprise, surprise, there is a DC comic in my pull list. It's been a while. It is an issue number 1. There were a few issue 1s from DC out this week. Which one did I pick? You'll have to wait and see. Let's kick off with all those Secret Wars. It is Secret Wars issue 3 out this week. Clearly from the cover I'm guessing it's a lot to do with Reed Richards, both the Ultimate Universes version and our 616 universe. So I've really been enjoying this. I've kind of been picking up here and there when I can the New Avengers and the Avengers titles that led up to this. In like kind of 50p boxes and stuff like that. I haven't got the whole series, so what I've read still doesn't really make much sense to where we are here, but nevertheless I'm enjoying it. So that issue 2 of Battle World, Master of Kung Fu. I did really enjoy the first issue. I like that it is sort of tied in with the whole Secret Wars event, a little kind of rebel underground army being built, and they're bringing in, by the looks of it, Shang-Chi into their ranks. So I actually enjoy that, so I wanted to try out issue 2. It's a 4-issue series, so I'll probably pick up the rest. New number 1, it's Inhumans Attilan Rising. I've already put Uncanny Inhumans on my pull list. I know there's only been issue 0 out so far. I think they're waiting until all this finishes and then they will continue on. But I really enjoyed the kind of 60s incarnations of the Inhumans. I've read a few bits here and there since and just really wanted to enjoy an Inhumans title again, so giving that a go. The last for our kind of Secret Wars Battle World is Years of Future Past, a little bit of X-Men goodness. Hopefully I'll have fun with that. It feels a lot thicker than the other ones, and it is $1 higher at $4.99, so there probably is some extra pages in there. Lastly, for Marvel, it's issue 6 of Star Wars. I've kind of... The initial excitement of it all has kind of dissipated somewhat. I think I said in my last video about the previous issue 5, I couldn't really remember what had happened. And I'm beginning to wonder if I actually even read it, because I still can't, which makes me think, am I now as interested in Marvel's Star Wars as I was right at the beginning? And with Cassidy coming off art very soon, it'll be interesting to see who takes over and what their art style will look like once we get going. On to some Image titles. This was a surprise. I took this off my pull list years ago because it has been that long, but Nate Simpson's non-player issue 2 came out after a huge hiatus. You think you're waiting a while for Neil Gaiman's The Sandman Overture? Try this on for size. I'm going to have to dig the last issue out of my long boxes to reread it, and then I can read that and remember what the hell all that was about. The final part of the current storyline with the Autumnlands Tooth and Claw issue 6. Loving this whole kind of fantasy realm, anthropomorphic characters. Really been digging that. It's kind of got a commandy slant to it, which I obviously clearly enjoy as well. So it'll be interesting to see how Busiek ends this story arc and if he gives us any hints of where this title will then go. Nick Spencer's Morning Glories, issue number 46. This is interesting because I'm sure someone told me or I read that this is going to have 60 issue run. So we're talking 14 more issues to essentially wrap up the craziness that is Morning Glories. I still love it to bits, despite not really being able to explain it, not really understanding a lot of what's in there, but there's just something about it and it's kind of like, I need to know what this has all been about. I want all my questions answered. I want it all to make sense eventually. From Boom Studios, we have issue 13 of The Woods. This is another title that I'm kind of starting to lose interest in. As much as there has been some good stuff going on in here by James Tynion, I don't know. There again, I don't feel the energy and excitement about it anymore, or as much as I used to. While I try not to kind of read them in the ones that I'm most excited about first, this does tend to get lower and lower on my pile to read. And finally, so which DC number one did I pick up? Can you guess before I bring it up? There was a few. It's Midnighter, issue number 1. Love the character of Midnighter. Not so long ago I bought a huge run of a lot of the Authority volumes and just loved them. I've picked up practically the whole series of the Midnighter spin-off that came off it a while back, and I loved that. So as soon as I knew that Midnighter was coming out with his own title in the new DC, well, I had to have it. So hopefully this lives up to my expectations. I know there was Omega Men out. I looked inside. I wasn't particularly impressed with the artwork. I think it was slightly painted. I think it was a painted style. Just as a thought, and yes, it is in here. I think I saw someone on Twitter talking about this, but DC have started doing those half-page ads. This is a terrible thing for DC to be doing. I don't hate ads per se. If they weren't there, our comics would be much more expensive. If you think they're expensive now, without those adverts in there, they would be a lot more expensive, believe me. But as much as I don't care about the adverts being in my comics, when they're splitting pages in half, no, not a good idea. I think DC will get a lot of backlash on that, and will probably change that. It used to be very big back in, I think, the 60s. They used to do kind of half-page ads back then, but guys, that was the 60s. That's 50 years ago. No, it doesn't work now. So until I don't dare want to say when I'm going to get my Friday review video out, but I will get it out as quickly as I can. Obviously it's a big week this week. I better get on with it now. So I hope you managed to pick up everything you wanted to buy this week. Let me know in the comment section down below if you picked up any of Marvel's new number ones this week. What were they? DC's new number ones? Did you pick up any of them? Just in general, what are you picking up these days? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos, and give this video a big thumbs up. Until next week, bye bye.